Investors, how's it going? This is Gustavo and this is the channel Building Financial Freedom. So what I'm bringing here today, I don't know if you remember, but on August 17, I start a competition between two ETFs. So I'm buying those ETFs every day since August 17, and I'm planning to keep buying for a year or so that we can compare both of them. So now we about almost 2 months since we started, and I want to show you guys numbers. I want to compare some numbers we have for them as far as performance, dividend, risk, and all that. And I also want to share with you guys which is my opinion the safest investment on the U.S. stock market. But I also want to show the numbers for every week, so how we are performing on those purchases. So I'm buying that's like $7 Monday to Friday, which is is the same as to buy $5 every day because the market's closed on weekends. So that's the way we found it, to make sure we kind of buying $5 every single day of the year. So let's go for the numbers. Let's go for some comparisons. Stay there for the end until we can show you how we are doing. Here we go. All right, the first one here, what we got here, the SP 500 VOO. So SP 500, so dividend payment. Look at that. It's a B. They tell that's a B on a dividend payment. Why? They pay 1.57. That's what they are paying right now as a dividend per year. So on dividend growth, in the last 3 years, grow 5% a year. On the last 5, 6.10. On the last 10, 7% a year. And 2 years ago, they stopped, because that's the consecutive increasing. So if you keep increasing every year, you keep going. In this case, I think because of 2 years ago what happened, so I end up maintaining the payment and then start growing 2 years ago again. So in the last 12 years, it just grew, consecutively in the last 2 years. So that's a B. So what happened to the next one, the SCHD? This guy's here, that's our other, we are buying every day. SCHD is an A plus as a dividend payer. Why? They're paying 3.72 right now, which is more than double than SP 500 pays. And look at the increase. Last 3 years, they increased 11% a year. On the last 5 years, 13.7% a year increase. On the last 10 years, 11.11. That means in 10 years, this dividend will be more than double. In less than 10 years, the dividend will be more than the double. So, which, is already good and can keep growing every year. See, in the last 11 years, they consecutively grow on the last 11 years. So there's not even 1 year in the last 11 years since they started, they never grew a little. They always growing. They never get steady or go down. So as far as dividend payment, VOO, right, SP 500 is a B, and SCHD is an A+. So let's go for more things here. So let's see for the holders right now. SP 500 holds almost 30% in technology. That's why they don't pay good dividends. Tech stocks don't pay dividends as much. Most of them don't pay at all. And they also have they're having healthcare and financials, but their bread and butter is technology. Look at the holdings. Just these guys by themselves right here. That's all tech companies. See, because the bigger the companies, the bigger piece of pie they have on SP 500. So these tech companies are the biggest, or the biggest companies are huge. So see here, almost 7.3% in Apple, 6.4 Microsoft, 3.2 Amazon, 3.2 Nvidia. These two Google combined is 1, so it's about 4% in Google, see, in Tesla, in Meta, and then start something else. So there are 510 companies here. So the SP 510 actually, right? So let's see SCHD. SCHD, look at this. All this are not tech. No, they're not tech companies. They're industrials, healthcare, financials, all people, especially financials, they pay big dividends. That's the reason, SCHD paid good dividends, because their companies they have on top are good dividend payers. So let's see the holders. Look where the holders are. Here we go. Look at this. That's pharmaceutical company. All three are pharmaceutical, health. Then I have an oil company. Broadcom is a communication company, and Pfizer, another pharmacy here. And then Cisco and Texas Instruments as tech companies. PepsiCo, right? Food, drinks, snacks, and UPS, delivery service. they have 105 holders. See, much less than the SP 500. That's more. That's why it's more volatile, but that's the reason they can pay more. And this changes every time. They have algorithm who reads the companies and how they're performing, and this switch all the time. Like AbbVie was in the beginning of the year as the first on top here, and then AbbVie all of a sudden disappeared from the top 10, and now it's back on the top second. So that kind of changes all the time. There we go. VOO. Okay, now that's what I'm talking about. Risk. Look, VOO. SP 500 A plus on risk means the lowest, the smallest risk you can take it. Why? Look at this. On the last 1 year, last 3 and last 5 years, they're so predictable, man. Whatever they make a tracking, they stay on that track. See, it's 0.2% in 5 years. So they say that's where we're gonna go, and that's exactly where they go. This is huge for low risk. You know, it's very predictable. But when you talk about SCHD, it's a B minus. Why? Look at this in the last 1, 3, and 5 years. See, the tracking error is big. It's almost 10% per year. Why? Because, you know, it's a different kind of company. This is not, the SP 500 is so many, they're so big that it's like a big train, you know, and this is like a little race car. Things can get out of control much easier than that big train is just keep going and moving. You know, that's a B minus here. So SP 500 dividend is a B, SCHD A plus. But when it comes to risk, you know, bigger risk, bigger rewards. So it's more risky. It's a B minus, in VOO, which is SP 500 is A plus. So what I got, I do half on each. But in my point of view, this is not a financial advice. The VOO or any other ETF who follows SP 500 is for me the easiest, you know, way to, like, you don't have to worry about it, right? You put your money there, it's about 10%. I will show here comparing to them. Actually, let's do that right now. Look at this. Let's go and show this guys here on the year of the tracking, and you'll see how safe SP 500 is. See, year to date, January 1st for today, October 11, look at this. SCHD minus 6%, SP 500 14% up. I'm telling you, this dividend stocks are getting rammed, getting ripped on this last, you know, few months. Nobody wants. They're selling for any price. Look on the last year. It doesn't. The more we go, less bad it will look like. But right now, it's bad. But look at this. 5% and 21% on the last 12 months. Last 3 years, look at this, 2023, that's kind of already balancing. And also, these numbers doesn't count dividend reinvestment. That means SCHD pays much more dividends. If we're reinvesting that too in the last 3 years, as here, SCHD will be for sure doing more than SP 500. But let's go further. 5 years. 41% SCHD, 60% SP 500, and boom, 10 years, look at this. 100% SCHD, 150%. SP 500 give you 150% in 10 years, guys. That's what that means. Take inflation off, take everything off, it's guaranteed 100% up in 10 years, which is 10% growth every year, steady from the last 10 years. So in my point of view, not financial advice, SP 500, any kind of ETF who follows SP 500 is the best way to invest the money on the US stock market, right? So, but let's show now what we're looking for, which is the payments, my purchases that I was doing. Look at this. Here we go. I start buying on August 17, but I start tracking on September 1st, and this every Friday. I put this one today, which is Wednesday, because I was about to make the video. I got last Friday. I want to see the last numbers. So look at this. I start buying the first here was almost 2% up, and then I'm saying this end of September was bad. So and then on 15th was almost on the zero. On September 22nd, started losing 2.5%, and then went up to 3%. And then went down to 2.58, and today almost back to zero. So you can really see here, that's how much it costs me to buy, and that's how much it's worth at the moment. See, today, I checked it today after the closing, which is like a few minutes ago. I spent 286. It's worth it 285. I'm pretty much just $1 in loss here. But SCH is a different story. It went down much worse. So same thing on the first week, everything was doing good in the beginning of September. And then, you know, September 15, I wasn't pretty much in the zero. They went up to 3% loss in the week following, another 3% of the week coming up, and then almost 4% the last Friday. Today, they recover a little to less, you know, lose 2.2%. Same thing, spend 286.99. It's worth it 280. You know, that's my average price that I'm buying it. So this is very fun here because this will show VOO. It's definitely a little stronger than SCHD. This doesn't count any dividend reinvestment. So if you invest dividends, you know, SCHD is gonna get stronger too. But I want to keep this for the long. That's just a little, you know, preview what's going on here in the last weeks, which pretty much 7 weeks, 6 to 7 weeks I'm buying every day. So I want to do this for 6 months, for a year. I will keep going because I definitely want to see the long way how they two play out. But I'm buying exactly the same amount on each one of this every day. So that'll be fun to keep tracking, guys. But again, just closing this video here, guys. Help me out with this. Is a brand new channel. I have about 30 subscribers, but help me out. Subscribe, you know, send to your friends, share to people you know kind of like it. I want to bring more information here. Again, it's not advice, but I'm building my, you know, my own portfolio. I want to show you guys all the numbers. I want to show you my purchases in everything that we're doing. So just subscribe to the channel and, you know, give me that help. We're just starting. It's just a brand new channel for a couple months. So I'm having fun doing this. You know, I like it. That's kind of a hobby that I have. I like to study about investments. I'm, you know, building my own wealth, and I want to share this with you guys. I want to see and show that's possible for everyone. It's not just like a rich people thing. I thought used to be, but I can see you can start investing with almost $2, $3, $4, $5. So you know, anybody can do it, right? But that's it. So thanks to be here to the end. Subscribe. Send me any comment. Let's try to do more interaction in the comments. That'll be so fun, so nice. So anything, any questions, just send me a comment. I'll be here every week, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. And bye bye.